She won most talkative in high school, and she has been running her mouth ever since. Welcome to the Lisa Fisher Said podcast with your host, Lisa Fisher.
All right, y'all, you can't see her, but she's in my color. She's in purple. I've already determined that she's a summer color pattern palette. I, of course, am a winter. And she has Arkansas connection. So everybody meet my best friend. Okay, your social media is so fun. You're so sparkly. I like sparkly people. How did you get started? Like, were you a former radio TV personality and you just thought, I'll just segue this into social media? Or you just popped up one day and said, I'm a dang delight and I'm going to start educating people on hacks?
Lisa, first of all, let me just say, sister, I'm thrilled to be here. Thrilled. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I know that we're going to be friends already.
Oh, for sure.
When I was growing up, I'm the baby of 9. My mom always said, I never stop talking. She's just glad I'm finally getting paid for it.
Yes.
So I think that is kind of, you and I have that kindred spirit.
You know, not everyone appreciates that spirit in us. I'll just tell you, classroom teachers, police officers, it's the fact that I just have a lot to share, and you do too.
Well, I just feel like we got to get all of our words out, right?
Because this may be it. This may be the end.
This may be it.
And I'm ready.
I just always knew I had to do something in the journalism field. So born and raised in Pittsburgh, Kansas, ended up finishing college in California, in Los Angeles market, ended up in TV as a reporter in Los Angeles, ended up with the CBS network as a correspondent. And years and years of, having kids and trying to juggle that correspondent lifestyle on the road is really impossible. If anybody hasn't tried it at home or is thinking about it.
Don't. We're saying don't.
Yeah. Local news, much more conducive than the network level. But that's the funny part, Lisa, right? We're all told we want to get to the network. You've got to get to the network. And
it's not
you get
true.
There. Yeah, you get there and your life is not your own. And so, and plus, I had so many awesome years and fantastic people, everything from covering the Oscars, every red carpet you can think of in Los Angeles, to O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson, San Francisco, the Scott Peterson trial. I mean, very lucky with the stories. But at some point, that death and destruction part of journalism really starts to weigh on your soul. And I just knew I had to be in the business of happiness. And really, that's what Lorified is. I want to be infotainment. I want you to learn something. You're going to give me 30 to 60 seconds of your life. And I want you to walk away and go, that was worth it. That's why, I just try to stay in my wheelhouse. I've been raising kids for 32 years and counting.
Same.
Still got a couple at home. Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 32 like in a week. So yeah, she'll be 32. Yeah.
See, so same. So it's like, I thought, how can I turn what I know and live and love into something that can maybe help others and spread a little happiness and joy? Because I am the happy channel. So thank you. I recognize your sparkliness as well, by the way, sister.
So you're an Enneagram 7. You'd have to be. That's the happy one. That's the,
yes.
I really invite me to a wedding, funeral, bar mitzvah. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'll know everybody in the room before the day's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost the burden of being an extrovert. It's wanting to talk to everybody. That's why I didn't love reporting, to tell you the truth, because I really didn't care what that happened at the story. I just wanted you to know that Ann Jansen was wearing terrible shoes and she was another reporter. Like they would, you come back with your story and they'd say, what'd you find out? And they'd go, how many people died? What happened at the house fire? I go, I don't know. But I said, I do not like what Deborah Mathis is wearing today. It is not her color. They'd go, this isn't working for you. It's not for me. So that's why I did more radio, because radio, you don't have a script. You can talk. And, I was not tethered as much. And then, as you know, since COVID, you can't say what you think anymore on any mainstream media, or you go bye-bye. You either kiss the dirt or you have a terrible accident, or they, deplatform you. So that's why this is a great fit for me. I became a health coach because I wanted to parlay my journalistic instincts, which I can still, you give me an assignment, I'll tell you all about the subject. I'll tell you how many priors he had, where he, spent his high school, because I learn about my stuff, and that's what I've done with this. So this is not about me though, but I'm just saying that is a kindred spirit, because not everybody has a journalistic instinct. One of my daughters like, why do you care so much? I go, how could you not? Are you not following the Menendez Brothers on Netflix, right? Are you watching that on Netflix?
I have not yet.
Don't.
I haven't, but I did. I was working in news in
Sort of.
Los Angeles
That's what I
during
figured.
that trial. So
It's too
I've
dark.
lived a lot of this. I've lived a lot of it, and as you know, it takes a fair amount of mental and sometimes physical detoxing.
It's
to
awful.
get
Yes.
these stories, like the reliving of the Michael Jackson trial and the things that were not admitted to the public, but yet we heard because we were the reporters there in Santa Maria. You can't unhear them. You can't unhear
You're right.
them. And
You're right.
I think that's something that folks probably don't. I mean, why would they know, right, Lisa? It's like they don't know there's so many things that we hear that are struck from the record that aren't allowed in, and we're not allowed to say it. And you live with that and you take it around with you. And everyone, I love everyone's stories. I love meeting my followers. I love it when they come up to me because I believe everyone has a story. And I've always said I can meet anyone on the street and they've got a story to tell that's worth listening to. So that is just, you and I get that about people. We're people, right? We're people. We care. We love other people. And that's what I'm trying to do, to spread some happiness, some love, some joy, and a little bit of information that makes your day faster and cheaper and all that.
Right. Let me tell you what I learned and what joy you brought me was that at Trader Joe's, I can get things that are $8.99 and you'd get them at Sephora for $39.99.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Do you go in and test all the products? I know they send you a lot, but some of these things are random things. The drunk elephant face oil. This is on our social media, everybody. The dupe for the real popular dupes.
Great.
That may be your investigative journalistic side.
Right. So I have a huge research background, as do you, being a journalist. And I've been doing this since fourth grade. I have been reporting my life since fourth grade. In fact, I think it drives my family crazy because they're like, you're walking through the house talking to yourself. And so I think the only difference is now I've turned my phone on. Now my phone's just on while I'm doing it. And I think that reporter in me and the need to do the research. So the Trader Dupes one, the Trader Joe's dupes especially, took some research. Were the products similar enough? The looking into what the ingredients were. I'm very fortunate to have a 17-year-old who just will be the head of Sephora someday, I hope. So we recruit some of our funds.
Can't wait to shop there.
And so she has been super helpful. I have a 32-year-old. She's been helpful. Then I've got the 14-year-old, boy, the knucklehead teenage boy. They all bring something to the table. Honestly, they do. They bring something to the table and they're constantly like, Mom, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And so the Trader Joe's one was fascinating on a ton of levels because I had already done last year, the food knockoffs that they do. So you knew that was existing, right? You knew that. So I was like, there has to be something going on in a different arena. And that's where the beauty dupes came in.
That was smart to even take that angle because I don't think of Trader Joe's for drunk elephant face oil.
And also, as you know, I was explaining to somebody the other, a good one is the latest one I did, the pumpkin bread. On Sunday, I did the comparison from the Walmart $3 Pillsbury box all the way to the $16 box from Williams-Sonoma. Okay. Right. And when you are blind taste testing those, they're all good. But is the Williams-Sonoma one $16 better? No, it's not. I mean, and I love the Williams-Sonoma one. I love it. If you brought them each into me, I'd eat it and be like, this is fantastic. But my point is, you're paying for more when you go into Williams-Sonoma.
You called it the pumpkin bread wars.
Yes. And you go in and you're getting something else. That $16 isn't necessarily the world's best pumpkin spice bread. It's the environment. It's the music. It's the smell of Williams-Sonoma.
Absolutely.
They're going to bag it up in a bag with a handle.
I know.
And they're going to hand it to you, Lisa, and you're going to be like, sweet mother of pearl, this is lovely.
And then I want to buy all their Christmas dishes, even though it's October.
And you're going to hug the gal that helped you, and you're going to walk out of there on cloud nine. I got my pumpkin bread. I didn't have that experience at Walmart. I went into Walmart and I was like, here's my $3 pumpkin bread, checked myself out at self-checkout. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to take that cut. I'm willing to save that money. So I'm not bashing any of these brands. No, I'm just here to say, I think that when you're paying for something on the higher end, like at a Sephora or a Williams-Sonoma, it's not necessarily that the product is exponentially better, but you're paying for experience. You're paying
Absolutely.
for packaging. You're paying, and honestly, some things are worth that. That's why we all stop by a coffee shop, right? None
And
of us
that's
need to
why
be paying $7 for a coffee.
This
but
is
we
the
do.
argument we have in our house about my desire to fly first class everywhere I go, and my frugal
Sister,
husband,
who doesn't have that desire?
Dave Ramsey in there, my husband, who says, because last time we couldn't get him first class, we're coming back from Aspen, and now the planes are smaller, so there's really not even a curtain between first and coach, that first seat and coach. So we were in the first seat and coach. He goes, look, I can reach over there. The air's not cooler. It doesn't smell like lilac, like in the Seinfeld episode. He was like, they're just like us, but they've been duped, he said, into paying more. And I go,
Right.
I'm a target of the dupes. I'm a target of paying more because I like the experience, and I don't mind telling you.
And honestly, I think there's also something to be said about life's little luxuries. So if you want to treat yourself and go get that crumble cookie, that's way more than honestly the better one over at Costco. The Costco big cookie is better. It's delicious. I did a thing on that too. Delicious. The Costco one is incredible. If you've got a Costco membership, their chocolate chip cookie is amazing. But let's say you want to go to Crumble. You want the pink box. It's like, you know what? It's fine. You've got to give yourself that. You have to give yourself that. But when you're looking at day after day, it's like, can you sub out your sunscreen for the one at Trader Joe's once in a while? 100%. 100%. And save a little money here and there.
But when you're going to Bible study and you're bringing the cookies, you're going to Crumble.
Well, would I go to Crumble?
You're thinking about
That's a good question. I'm thinking about it. I'm very lucky because that's not, my brand would be to bring the Costco.
Oh, because you are promoting the less expensive
saving the money.
Equivalent value.
Saving the money.
I'm
Save your
married
money,
to you.
sister.
Yeah. I'm
Save
married
your
to
money and invest it, right? It's like, I think as a single mom for a decade, I learned a lot. In many days, I have been like, why did I waste all that time getting a journalism degree? Why didn't I spend more time in the business arena? Right.
I know.
But at the end of the day, I just think we've got I'd rather have that money to take trips and have life experiences.
Yeah. I really do understand. I'm sorry that you were a single mother, just because I'm sorry.
I was back in the day.
You're not now.
Yeah. No. Been married. I've been with Scooter almost 20 years. But went back in the day,
that's
when
hard.
I was a single mom reporting single mom.
I'll tell you,
it's like, it's bananas, right? I was married, had Betsy, got divorced, boom, 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 10 years later till I meet Scooter. Right. And so you learn a lot in that decade of spinning plates, right? You're spinning plates, trying to make it all happen. Budgets are important. It's like, this isn't just something I thought, boy, won't this be fun? I thought, what is the life experience I can draw on? What is it that I bring to the table? I've lived it. I know it. I know what it's like to start your shopping out at the cheapest grocery store and work your way up to the high-end one for only what they carry. So I think once that's in you.
Tell people listening that an Erewhon, is that how it's pronounced? Erewhon?
Erewhon.
Smoothie is $28. And you can make it at home for probably $1.50.
Yeah,
I'm just guessing.
And also, they also put a bunch of wackadoodle things in there that you've never heard of.
Oh.
And so that's where the price point, and then the celebrity names are all backed by someone. I think the one they have right now that they're promoting is the Katy Perry one. She's the latest one to get a smoothie. So
Smart.
they run from like $19 and up, and the kids are walking
for a
around
smoothie. I want people to understand. I'm not making it up.
For a smoothie. And I mean, they've all gone viral. And
the Beverly Hills store, I was just there a few months ago, packed. People are buying pumpkin nuts that you can get at natural grocers for $3 for $25. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But Lisa, back to the point we just talked about, and that's a good one that you just went to. They're newer. The Beverly Hills location is one of the newer ones.
Okay.
And that is a scene. So you will see that is not just a grocery store.
No, my daughter ran into Jay Shetty there last year.
Yes, that is almost daytime nightclub. Yeah, right. I mean, it is. You go to be seen, right? It's like you will see women completely dressed up, ready to meet someone. I mean, or it is more than a grocery store.
Nice,
right?
Really nice. The high end yoga like Prada. leggings and the zip up top and the $500 sunnies and of course the latest Chanel bag. Because Chanel's right around the corner.
Yeah, well, you have to look like that to go to
I know,
Airline,
right, to be there. They don't take the money from average people.
Or you walk in looking homeless, then people know you're really somebody.
Oh.
Right, that's Malibu. That's Malibu,
okay.
right? We always love to joke that Malibu, you have to look like you're a little disheveled. Or otherwise people won't, think you're from there.
Oily hair.
If you're dressed up, they're like, yeah, you can't be from here. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go over some of your other dupes. I've been a Le Creuset fan for years. I've been duped, y'all, because there are copycats. I do have one copycat, but the problem with it is I got it at the JCPenney. It chipped easily, and Le Creuset does not. Do you find that true?
Well, none of mine have. So full disclosure, none of mine have chipped. Right. I've not had any problem cleaning them, nothing. I mean, they've conducted heat well. Now, with that said, I cook a lot, but I'm a home cook.
Me too. Right.
So
Me too.
I'm not trained at a high level. I'm cooking just like everyone else. Right. So I think for my needs, I'm good to go. But I'm sure there's some validity to what you're saying, depending on how you're using it and how often, but I just can't make the 800% jump.
It is.
From the super cute one that I saw at Walmart, at TJ Maxx, Home Goods.
She saw one in a pumpkin shape that is $500 at Williams-Sonoma. And it was like $49.99 at Walmart.
But it wasn't. And guess who it was? It was Lee Drummond's. Your Pioneer Woman friend that you had on recently.
Shut up.
Yes, it was hers.
Okay, if you want to talk about a business model that has worked, I tell you, y'all, Pioneer Woman something. And I have so much respect for her. Like, I know her personally because I've met her at events and I've interviewed her. She's so likable and she stands by those products and she wears those. Those are the warm tones that an autumn palette would wear. She lives it and she is laughing all the way to the bank because it works.
And that's her pumpkin.
Is that right?
Her pumpkin is her pumpkin is the dupe to the La Creuset one.
Like $39 or $49? It was something, y'all.
Something crazy. Something crazy.
Because Le Creuset is so expensive. But I will tell anyone listening, cooking in that type of vessel, wherever you can get it. Now I'm saying get it, even if it's a cheap one, the less expensive one. Let's say that.
Yeah, it is. A Dutch oven is very special.
Dutch oven, but the cast iron and enamel, you can keep it on your counter. Like there's so many benefits of it.
It's so cute. I've got Pioneer Woman's on my counter, on my stove right now.
You do right now?
I do.
Okay, let's talk about your gas trick and your car hack. Something you taught me.
Well, and here's the funny part. So many people jumped on to say they knew that. And I'm totally fine with that. I love that they knew it. I didn't know it for the longest time.
I didn't know it for the longest time.
I'm going to tell you, when you are in a rental car, it is a game changer. If you are in a weird part of town and you've got to get gas, the last thing you want to do is pull up to the pump, especially in Los Angeles, on the wrong side. Get out, walk yourself around. It's like you want to do a strategic in, gas, and out. It's such a handy little tip. Wherever that arrow is pointing on go run to your dashboard right now. On your gas tank, you've got an arrow. I don't care what your car is, and it's on the right or left. That's the side your gas tank is on. And by the way, a couple of folks said it's always on your left. Actually, it's not. It's not. Scooter's car's on the right.
I have a German car. It's on the right.
Yes, so does Scooter. His is on the right. I have an American car. Mine's on the left. But you never know. It's pot luck when you go to a rental car place.
You're right.
Pot
you're
luck.
Exactly right.
And so I love that tip. It's just I love little things that move the needle. I just love it. Makes life a little bit more efficient.
Okay, so some of your diet hacks, your low carb fast food orders, because I'm a proponent of eating at home, but there are times you have to eat out.
I am too.
But you don't have to have seed oils and all that. You can do some of these hacks. So tell me your favorite fast food low carb hacks.
Well, at McDonald's is the Big Mac without the bun. I mean, we can sit here and debate all day long the quality and all of that. And I understand it, but I still have,
it is fine. And a lot of people in the health space, and especially more ketovore, they eat that. The one thing we don't have in Arkansas that you do is In-N-Out burgers. And some people in the low carb space get and I'm not exaggerating, 10 patties, In-N-Out burger patties.
Yes.
And if that's all they eat in a day, that's all they eat. But I've done it at Wendy's in a pinch. We have a great burger place here called David's Burgers. I do theirs, and they sponsor my podcast. But people in the low carb space and will say the McDonald's burgers, because there was a time, y'all, that McDonald's cooked with actually lard. Womp womp womp.
But that's not bad for you.
Well,
lard isn't bad for you.
No, lard is good for you. They switched in 1980 to seed oils.
No, I was just gonna say it's like I mean, everyone's like lard. It is like actually I'd take the lard any day over a seed oil.
I smother it all over my face. I mean, I cook with it all the time. Yeah, that's when we just kind of track when health started taking a deep dive, and some people in the health space say, well, in 1980 McDonald's switched, and now McDonald's, obviously the French fries have 40 ingredients in the U.S. and not in Europe. So this is not that conversation, but it's the fact that you can eat out even if you're trying to eat low carb. By doing things like removing the bun, not eating the croutons in the salad, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, everywhere. I've done it everywhere. Costco, In-N-Out, obviously that's a biggie here on the West Coast, but Taco Bell. Taco Bell is the easiest place in the world to eat keto and low carb.
Like what? Oh, what would I get there?
Taco Bell. Just about anything.
In 20 years.
Just about anything. Just get rid of the tortilla, the chips, any sort of wrap. They are so good to go. You know, I'm not a rice and beans person anyway, Lisa. I didn't really ever dig it growing up. So their menu, you can do chicken. You can do their chicken burrito without the wrap. Like they'll do this for you. You just have to ask.
Okay, do it like in a boat.
Yeah,
they call that a boat sometimes.
I'll take your burrito supreme without the beans or whatever, and no wrap, and then they'll put it in a little container for you and hand it to you.
Okay, now I will say, because I'm an intermittent faster, so I can go a month without eating and I wouldn't remember. I would forget to eat. But if I had to, if someone put a gun to my head, I could eat like at Sonic, which is a big staple here.
Yep. Love Sonic.
I can get eggs and bacon in a boat is what they've told me.
Yep.
I said, I don't want any bread or anything. They go, we'll put that in a boat. Great. And then I get all the protein I need. Okay, your cleaning hack. Now tell me about this one. You were frying the eggs. And then you were showing me how dirty your pan was. And now fast forward, you cleaned your pan. What did you do?
So you just take a dishwashing tablet or the equal amount if you're using powder or liquid, stick it in the pan, boiling water over the top, let it set 30 minutes.
You know, I will say a couple of years ago, my big Le Creuset, I had been using lard in it to fry pork rinds because I got them from a restaurant supply.
That sounds delicious.
It was amazing. I mean, I am the woman of his dreams that he gets to eat beef and burgers every day and we don't eat salads. But what it did was that Le Creuset finally will get flames on the side, the flame on the side. And someone did tell me boiling water with the soap to boil it on the stovetop. And then if push comes to shove, they said use baking soda. And it did clean it. I'd totally forgotten that.
Now, the baking soda to me doesn't work as well. So if you've got the best thing are the little pods, and I use the 7th generation one. So mine don't even have any of the good things in them, and they work with those, right? So it's really just letting that concentrate in there with hot water. It's amazing. Boiling hot water over the top.
Okay. Done and done. All right. Your mashed potato hack. This is good. So your
probably my favorite hack of all
supplies
time.
are the potatoes and what is that? The
baking rack.
A baking rack. And that's it. So you're boiling them whole. You didn't even quarter them, did you?
No, nothing. Stick those puppies in there, boil them, cut them in half, push them through that little thing, and you're done. Done.
So the skin will even stay behind too. In a white potato, I don't usually love the skin in my white potatoes.
The skin stays right there on top of the rack. And if you are fancy and you want to collect that skin and do something with it, you can. You can put that in hash.
All right.
No, it's really one of my favorite hacks of all time. That's kind of the one that started it all.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so that's kind of the one where finally people went, wow, that's interesting. So I was like, wait, yeah.
So when did you start your channel?
That's a good question. 3.5 years ago.
And on TikTok, you have what, half the world?
No, you're so cute. TikTok, I have, what do I have? That's a good question. Let me check it today. Instagram, we're at 1.1 million. Across all the platforms, we are about 1.7 million. TikTok right now, I have 327,000, but across all the platforms, we're at 1.8 million.
That's the size of a small state.
Oh, you're sweet.
That's Wyoming. You have Wyoming.
Yeah, thank you. No,
That's-
I'm
crazy.
very grateful, very blessed, and just couldn't be more thrilled.
So who holds the camera for you? Do you take someone with you?
So it used to be all me, used to be 100% me.
Well,
and then it got to the point in
yeah.
the stores where it's very hard to just be me, being Home Goods, burying it in the pasta, and bending down, and people would be like, what is going on? The only saving grace, Lisa, is the fact that we live in Los Angeles and people are used to seeing people do weird stuff.
Everybody's weird,
So
right?
that helped a ton. I'm not joking.
It's-
Helped. Oh, a funny story. So, and then by the way, just real quick to answer your question, at the beginning of the year, I had an intern and I finally hired her full time. Her name's China. She's fantastic. So she will go with me now.
Good.
And hold the camera and be on the lookout. Right. So
do you use a light ring or anything?
No, we use I do have a little, I have it's not a light
tiny-
ring. It's a little that clips on.
Okay. And you have a mic.
No, I don't use a mic.
You don't even have a mic.
No,
Your
no, I
journalism
probably
days.
should.
My broadcaster days just.
I should. I know. And trust me, it's been an issue. We need to work on that. There's some things we're literally the little engine that could. We've got a lot of things we need to figure out. So thank you for that. That tip, we really should get on that. But here's the funny part. This is a great example. Last week, we were in Costco shooting one of my latest dupes. The coffee at Costco has changed hands. They're not Starbucks anymore. They're even better. At any rate, we are in the coffee aisle and I have my camera, we bury my little phone everywhere. It's buried in the coffee and I'm talking into the coffee, right? So if you're coming down the aisle, you see me bent over. Yeah.
Yes.
You see me bent over talking into the coffee and you're like, what in God's green earth? So I feel a whole gaggle of people all at once, like a sea coming towards us. And I glance over real quick, like, oh, is this security, right? I glance over. This is the Kardashians.
Shut up. Shut the front door. Which ones?
Chris and Chloe.
Stop it. Now, are you
bodyguards
taller?
and everything?
How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 5'10".
Okay, because Chloe's what, 5'8", 5'9"?
No, I don't think so. She might say that. Chris is. They're both tiny. Now, is Chloe taller than Chris? 100%. Yes,
but we're talking about 5'6", 5'7", 5. They're not even that.
Maybe 5'3".
Because they say Kim. No, they say Kim. What's the one that has no personality? Chloe. It starts with a K. The one who just had a baby with, what's his name? Courtney. Courtney is like 4 foot nothing. I've heard she's not even 5'1".
So I've been lucky enough to see them all in person, right? We live in Los Angeles and they're around. They're very nice, by the way. They say hi. And,
I totally believe
they're
that.
very nice. And it's odd because, this town is not that big. A lot of people live here, but this town is not that big.
Right.
And Kim and I have the same dentist. In fact, we all kind of have the same dentist. So like I've been at the dentist and here's Kim with her bodyguard, I'm getting my teeth cleaned.
Really?
Kim's with her. Yeah, you're just like, they're all tiny, right?
And
They're
she's
all tiny.
5'2". 5'2" is small, y'all.
They're all tiny. So I'd say 5'3"-ish, right? And but when I say tiny, I mean, I'm an Amazon. Fully disclosed, I am.
You're the
tall.
skinniest Amazon I've ever seen.
Well, you're very sweet. Scooter, my husband, likes to say that I'm like Sigourney Weaver, an alien. I just keep coming and coming, and he's like in this like stuff.
He's
dripping
scared
from
of
your mouth.
Yeah, Scooter's scared of you.
Well, I don't know if he is, but it's pretty funny. He's like, and all of a sudden, you're like over me because I am taller than Scooter. Doesn't matter. I'm taller. But it's funny because here I am talking into the coffee. And here they come, and they've got their bodyguards and security, and then a couple Costco people, one in front, one in back, and then of course it's like a parade now, right? Half the store is like slowly rolling their carts behind them, and I look over at China and I go, if we want to swing naked from the lights right now, we can.
No one noticed.
We could, because no one will know. I go, I am so upset we don't have 50 things scheduled to shoot at Costco today because nobody cared. Nobody cared. It was phenomenal. I was like, I wanted to call Chris up and go, hey, sister, where are you next?
Right.
Because I can shoot with ease. I get stuff done because nobody cares if I'm talking into coffee.
Well, that leads me to, so years ago, we got our son, I remember a GoPro. Remember 2013 or 14? That was the thing. And so he went to our Walmart on Christmas Eve. Isn't that when they or Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving shopping? Because they were open 20. Yes. And so he went in with the GoPro and security brought him over and said, sir, you do not have permission to film. in this store. So do you have to get permission everywhere you go?
So I really work under beg for forgiveness.
You must know some lawyers. Is Scooter a lawyer?
No, Scooter's not a lawyer, although he does act like one.
Yeah.
No, Scooter's a spy. That's a whole other topic.
Oh, okay.
No, but here's the thing. I mean, that's a joke. We just joke that he's a spy because his job is not sexy. So I had to give him a sexy job. Here's the thing. I think it's a couple of times people have come up to us. I remember being in Walmart and the gal comes up and she goes, I'm supposed to tell you guys not to shoot here. And I look at her and I go, did you know this mirror is $600 at Pottery Barn? And she goes,
that's the way to woo her.
She goes, I saw nothing. And I was like, and the bottom line is I am spreading happiness and help. And if you see me in your store, I'm only there to help you out. Right. I mean, it's well known now. I mean, I walk into Costco, they're all like, and even a couple will say to me, a couple of workers will be like, there's the Costco lady. Right. And it's same with Trader Joe's. Right. They all give me that. And the other day at Trader Joe's, I forgot to take my light was sitting in the cart because I just kind of had it there. And the guy at the checkout goes, hey, you might want to take that with you. And I was like, oh, thank you, oh, brother. So even when I'm trying to be cool and undercover, but they're very nice because again, I'm not there doing a Dateline exclusive investigative piece, right? I'm there trying to tell people what to buy and how to
help
save
their
money.
business. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So
right?
The equivalent of boxers or briefs, Costco or Walmart?
Well, it would be
or Sam's. Costco or Sam's.
Right. So I did this, and it's funny you were asking me this because the Sun in London just did a whole article with me on this because they are obsessed with both stores over there. And
you buried the lead that the Sun in London did a story on you.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, because on my Sam's versus Costco, I belong to both. Oh. I'm lucky enough to live close to both, but they serve completely different purposes.
Audience, yeah,
150%. If you have a young kid, if you've got toddlers at home down to babies, Sam's Club all day long.
Okay.
Their baby section is superior. It's cheaper, bigger selection, just cheaper overall.
Okay.
And they really cater to that. If you are doing a lot of soccer team snacks, if you've got to do a lot of classroom snacks, anything like that, again, Sam's Club, right? Costco is more electronics probably, are probably a little, I mean, I did I could go down the whole list and bore you, but they are really specialized. I love both of them and I would buy both items at both things. I would buy TVs at both places. I would buy socks at both places, but there are some areas where little differences make a big difference. Like the organic food at Costco, it's superior. The wedding cake bakery section at Walmart,
I've heard that.
Sam's Club
I know what
is
you mean.
superior.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So Sam's Club is more like willing to work for you. Costco Bakery this is all we offer, right? So the nuances are there and you have to decide where you are in your life and what you need at that moment. So I think it's very possible you start out a Sam's Club person and then later need the Costco.
Lora, I want to be your running mate, whatever you run for, dog catcher, president, queen of the universe. I want to be your queenette or your princess
so
because you are engaging, a doll, informative. I want everyone to follow you. It'll be on my social media. Thank you so much. I told you it'd be a 20-minute interview and we're at 33 minutes because we both have a lot to say. Did you win most talkative in high school though?
I won most likely to replace Vanna White.
Did you now?
And there's still a chance. She's still going.
I know. Is she not amazing?
She's amazing. I mean, I saw her walk out with Ryan Seacrest, as we all have.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what she's drinking, but I want to drink it. Whatever she and Rick Springfield are drinking, I want to drink what they're both drinking.
No,
yes. And Lisa, I wish you lived down the street, sister. I wish we were neighbors.
I mean, we are virtually. Yeah.
Yes.
We can do this. We can do it every day. Thank you so much.
Let me know when you get out here, sis. We'll go to Air One. My treat.
I'll
break the bank.
I'll bankrupt you, right? Scooter's going to kill me. Scooter the spy's going to kill me. Thank you for being here and doing this. Thank you.
So fun, sister.
Thanks for listening to the Lisa Fisher Said podcast. Be sure to hit subscribe and download all the episodes and leave a review, won't you? The Lisa Fisher Said podcast is produced by ClantonCreative.com.